All right, this is Ubaid on behalf of V Electronics, and in this video, we'll be talking about business and consumer confidence. Okay, so in the last couple of videos, we've been talking about aggregate supply and aggregate demand. When it comes to your aggregate demand, and let me draw this over here. So let's say this is your aggregate demand. This would be your price level, and this is your real GDP, so our GDP. All right, and when it comes to your price levels, as price levels go down, your real GDP goes up, okay, your demand goes up, okay, your aggregate demand goes up. Now, aggregate demand is also influenced by other factors such as business and consumer confidence and spending and investment. All right, now this may have to do with domestic consumer spending and investment, hence domestic consumer confidence, such as the confidence of residents of a country. It may also have to do with net exports. Okay, so international, okay, business confidence, so which may have to do with international trade. Okay, now in general, okay, the more stable a country's economy, the higher the business confidence. Okay, so if they assume, okay, that the economy will expand in the future, okay, if the consumers predict that the economy will expand in the future, the real GDP will go up, the employment will go up, okay, their spending will go up. Now we know that real GDP, your aggregate demand, is made up of four components, and one of them is consumer spending. So we know that as business confidence goes up, the consumer spending will go up and aggregate demand will go up, which the aggregate demand curve will shift to the right. All right. Now, if for some reason it goes down, okay, let's say because of economic instability, political instability, because of crime, war, conflict, so on and so forth, for whatever reason, okay, there is economic shrinkage. Okay, so let's say the economy shrinks. Okay, it's possible that the business and consumer confidence, both internationally and locally, may be reduced, okay, may go down. Okay, now if people predict that the economy will go down, obviously they will spend less. Okay, so this is spending less. All right, and if businesses, both domestic businesses and businesses on an international level, if they predict that the economy will not be stable and they might lose their money, they might lose their investment, okay, that they might lose money in trade. Okay, it's possible that the aggregate demand will go down because of a reduction in net exports. Okay, so this is reduction in net exports. And you also have other components to think about, such as, okay, your foreign investment, okay, apart from net exports. So if you have foreign countries that invest, okay, in a country, if they assume or if they predict that the economy will be unstable and they might lose their money when it comes to investment, the aggregate demand will go down. As a result of which the economy suffers and the real GDP goes down. So over here, this will shift the aggregate demand curve, your AD curve, to the left. All right. Okay, so apart from that, okay, you have other factors such as taxes and tariffs. Okay, so if the businesses assume that there will be higher taxes and tariffs in the future, okay, as a result of which the aggregate demand will shift to the left. All right, so the aggregate demand will shift to the left because obviously the consumer and business transactions will be reduced because of tariffs and taxes. All right, and you also have other factors, talked about all those other factors such as disease, conflict, so on and so forth. Okay, because of these reasons, your aggregate demand will shift to the left and your business and consumer confidence will be reduced. All right, so over here you have taxes, for example. All right, so on and so forth. So apart from that, Zubaid on behalf of Electronics. Have yourself a great day.